Well, hello everybody and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Saturday only here on Top Shelf Oldies. Want to welcome you to the July 23rd, 2016 all 50s and early 1960s version of or edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. Glad you can join me for this hot Saturday evening here in New York City. It was awful hot, 96 or felt like 110. It really did. Today was really a brutal day. Even too hot to go to the beach, or go to the pool. But you can sit back, hopefully in your air-conditioned living rooms, tuned into the Vinyl Treasure Show. Got some cool 45s like that one there. Tonight's instrumental performer was from Newport News, Virginia. Played a variety of instruments, but mainly the electric 4-string tenor guitar. And in 1940, he joined the Cats and the Fiddle as a guitarist and a singer. And then in 1943, he joined the Art Tatum Trio. But in the late 1940s, he went solo with Paul Williams. Both with Paul Williams, him and Paul Williams co-hosted the first Moondog Coronation Ball that was promoted by Alan Freed back in Cleveland, Ohio on March 21st, 1952. Often claimed as the first rock and roll concert. His name is Lloyd Tiny Grimes. We just heard his third of 12 on Ivan Ballin's Gotham record label. Frankie and Johnny Boogie was the name of that one. North Dakota Bob had that right there. October 1950, Tiny Grimes and his orchestra there. Frankie and Johnny Boogie on Gotham to open up with an instrumental. Let's start it off here with the vocal portion. And this 45 is on the Smash label, but not the label that you would probably consider that a Mercury label. It is on a label originally out of Nashville, Tennessee, but it was pressed by Mercury Records as they would resurrect this label in 1961 as a true subsidiary label. But back in 1958, they custom pressed this 45, April 58 to be exact, for this group called The Bland Blanders. Blanders. I'm playing the intended B-side of the 45. A song by the Blanders from April of 58. Let's give it a spin on Smash. The song is called Jitterbug.
Jitterbug standing on the corner, standing there obeying law and order. Dressed up in his trade, he looks so crazy. He won't get a job because he's lazy. When he goes to dances, the girls all dig him, but they don't really know he's out to trick them. When he talks to them and he calls them honey, then they end up spending all their money. Jitterbug standing on the corner, standing there obeying law and order. Dressed up in his trade, he looks so crazy. He won't get a job because he's lazy.
A group called the Blanders. The Blanders from April 1958. Cool rockin' tune there on the Smash label, like a lime green Smash record label, a song entitled Jitterbug. Now, I was playing the B-side of the 45. The A-side lists Clem Blanders as one of the writers, probably the manager of the group, and the other writer is Barry Kay. He was a disc jockey on WHAS in Pittsburgh, PA. So maybe that group is out of Pittsburgh. I don't know, but anyway, that's a cool rockin' tune to open up the Jitterbug by the Blanders from April 1958. So let's continue here. All 45s here for a Saturday evening. That's all I play. I never play CDs or MP3s, only original vinyl. And on the last Vinyl Treasure Show, we opened the vocal portion with the Isley Brothers on George Gollner's Mark X label, a song called The Drag. Now let's give a listen to the B-side of that 45, written by the lead singer. His name is Ronald Isley. This was also the B-side to an earlier Mark X release. The Isley Brothers song Don't Be Jealous, actually the original press of that came out on the Mark X label first, before the Cindy label. This was the flip side of that release too, from August of 57, but this one's a later release from November of 59. Let's give it a spin. The Isley Brothers on Mark X and their tune called Rockin' McDonald.
Well, if you rock and roll, oh, bless your soul.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. He had a horse, he had a chicken, he had a cow, he had a duck, yeah. And long him a pig that lived on a farm. He was a fat, dumb, and greedy. He ate up all the corn. The news got to the farmer, and the farmer said, you know, you eat too much food, and it's going to hell. Old MacDonald had a farm. MacDonald had a farm. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. He had a horse, he had a chicken, he had a cow, he except the duck. He said, get up, oh, get up, oh, cock-a-doodle-doo, it's time to get up. Oh, MacDonald, oh, MacDonald, well, it was old MacDonald. It was the E-I-E-I-O.
Those are the Isley Brothers, early Isley Brothers. Amazing. They've been around for so long. Yes, the Isley Brothers there on George Goldner's Mark X record label. Sounded like Jimmy Wright on the orchestra there a little bit. But anyway, November 1959, that's a B-side there. The Isley Brothers with Rockin' McDonald, Mark X Records for that one. We continue here. Next we have the debut single for this stellar group out of Louisville, Kentucky. We can say an icon of a group out of Kentucky. They auditioned over the phone for Cleveland disc jockey WJW DJ Alan Freed, who saw promise in the group and became their manager. And Alan started out his own label. It was called Champagne Records, and their first record was a song called, at least the A-side, was called I Just Can't Tell No Lie. But I'm featuring the B-side of that 45 tonight, as both sides were written by Al Lance. And, of course, Al Lance is really Alan Freed. Now, both sides of this were recorded at the WJW studios and pressed by Ivan Ballin's Gotham record label. And the Gotham files indicate that 2,578s of this were pressed and 1,545s were generated. And unfortunately, it did not sell, but let's give this one a spin. It's one of the 1,545s that were pressed back in 1953. It features Prentice Barnes on lead. This is the B-side from March of 53 on Champagne. The Moonglows with I've Been Your Dog Ever Since I've Been Your Man.
In the morning, you love us late at night, and the way you dogs me, baby, you expect for me to treat you right, cause I've been your dog, baby, since I've been your man. Well, I'm leaving tomorrow, you do the best you can. So long, baby, do the best you can. On that long, now I'm starting again today. I'm not drinking because I want it, trying to drive my blues away, cause I've been your dog, baby, since I've been your man. Well, I'm leaving tomorrow, you do the best you can. So long, baby, do the best you can. Bye, 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 goodbye, baby. Bye, 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 bye. I'm going on, baby. I'm gone. Begging you to leave me alone. Baby, but
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's March 1953, released there for the Moonglows. Their first release, that's the B-side to their first 45 on Alan Freed's Champagne record label there. I've been your dog, parentheses, ever since I've been your man. I don't think they liked the recording as far as the sound quality went. And he said, well, I can't do this record business here. I'm going to be your manager, and then I'm going to get you out there on the Chance record label. So then he got them a contract with Chance Records, and it went on from there. But those are the Moonglows there. Of course, you know, in my next 50s edition, we're going to flip that 45 over for the Moonglows. Let's continue here for a Saturday evening. On the last Vinyl Treasure Show, I played the 6th release by a group called The Royals on Sid Nathan's Federal record label, their version of the Shrine of Saint Cecilia. That featured Charles Sutton on lead, and I mentioned that eventually Hank Ballard would become the leader for the group, and he is doing lead on the B-side of that 45. It's a song he wrote, this one written by Henry Ballard. We go back to March of 1953, the same time as that Moonglows 45 was out, for the Royals on Federal, and their tune called I Feel So Blue.
You know I love you. You know I care. Since you've been gone, haven't been nowhere. Just laying around, watching the sun go down. Oh, and feeling blue. I feel so blue. It seems so wrong for you to leave me. I was good to you. How can it be? Darling, you're gone and barely go on. Oh, feeling blue. I feel so blue. Oh, baby, how could you be, my dear, so unkind, darling, so unkind? You ran away with that love I thought was mine. Oh, I thought was mine. How many times have I said, before I lose you, I'd rather be dead. Now is the time before I lose my mind. Oh, feeling blue. I feel so blue. I feel so blue.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just a little bit of crackle on that one. March 1953 there, the Royals on Sid Nathan's Gold Top Federal for that one. Song and title, I Feel So Blue. And that was a cool tune written by Hank Ballard. He was really a very talented singer and writer. I remember when I was working at Sony Music, my boss, Brian Kelleher, told me he was doing due diligence for Planetary Music, that Sony Music was going to buy Morris Levy's Planetary Music catalog. But they were doing I think they were checking some of the records, the data that he had as far as his copyrights and whatnot. And I think he told me he saw the twist with Hank Ballard as the writer. And he was like, well, Morris, what are you doing with, you don't have the rights to the twist with Hank Ballard. He goes, well, yes, I do, because I loaned money to Hank Ballard and he couldn't pay me back. So he had to fork over the rights to that song. Well, that's how they did business back then. Enough of my babbling here. Let's continue on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We go to New Orleans, Louisiana for this next group, as this is the hardest of all their 45s to find on the Imperial record label. And they were primarily an instrumental ensemble, but the only voice that you would hear on many of their recordings was the leader of the group, and that being Bobby Mitchell. And I don't know if if the group is singing on this one. I know they are on the flip side of this record, but I don't know if they're playing on this side. I decided to play. I don't know if this is the A or B side, but it's normally not the side I play on this record. But I'm talking about Bobby Mitchell and the Toppers. This one from August of 1954. This is their sixth release on the Imperial record banner. Let's give it a spin here. Bobby Mitchell and the Toppers, a song called She Couldn't Be Found.
Went out last night to have a good time. Went out last night to have a good time. Look for my baby, she couldn't be found. I stopped in the tavern, tried to ease my mind. I stopped in the tavern, tried to ease my mind. I got so worried, I started to cry. Well, all my friends, they stared at me. Well, all my friends, they stared at me. Then they said, you really look beat. Well, I remember where my baby could be. Well, I remember where my baby could be. Down at DT, where we usually be. Well, all my friends, they stared at me. Well, all my friends, they stared at me. Then they said, you really look good. Went out last night to have a good time. Went out last night to have a good time. Look for my baby, she couldn't be found.
That's Bobby Mitchell and the Toppers there, August 1954. That's their sixth release on the Imperial record banner. That is the hardest one to find by Bobby Mitchell and the Toppers there, a song entitled She Couldn't Be Found. Now, if you look on the label, I don't know if maybe they pulled it because they have it kind of backwards. They have and the Toppers, and then they have Bobby Mitchell under it. I should have scanned that one in and posted it on my Facebook page, but they messed that up. It looks kind of awkward there on the label, actually both sides of it. Anyway, and Johnny G babbling on here. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. We count down the music chronologically here on Saturday evenings, at least for the 50s and early 60s edition. Next Saturday evening, I will be here. We'll be doing my all 60s show, 64 and later. Those of you that like that type of music want to tune in next Saturday. I do that only on the last Saturday of every month, but mainly it's 1950s and early 60s here. Let's continue for one out of 1955, another flip side that from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show, the only release for this California group. They were called the Saigons. Now, I played the B-side of the 45 last week, a song called Honey G. Now, let's give a spin to the A-side, which features Melvin Cook on lead. We go to Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label. This record worth all of the 5 cents that I paid for it for sure. This one from October 55. These are the Saigons with a song called You're Heavenly.
Boom, 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 da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum.
I found true love, just as true as stars up above. Though you are like a dream to me, darling, you're heavenly. You're heavenly. Oh, it was a thrill when I saw you. My heart stood still. Though you are like a dream to me, darling, you're heavenly. When I first met you, darling, I was alone and blue. I never saw a sweeter one. Well, until I met you. Oh, it was a thrill when I saw you. My heart stood still. Though you are like a dream to me, darling, you're heavenly.
When I first met you, darling, I was alone, so alone and blue. I never, oh no, I never saw a sweeter one until, my dear, I met you.
Oh, it was a thrill when I saw you. My heart stood still. Though you are like a dream to me, darling, you're heavenly. You're heavenly.
Sounds of the West Coast here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's a cool tune. I like that tune. All worth the 5 cents I paid, wouldn't you say, Warren? For sure. The Saigons. October 1955 release, Melvin Cook on lead on the Dutone record label, song entitled You're Heavenly. Now remember, not every record I play I paid 5 cents for. I have to admit there are a lot when I started collecting as a teenager that I did get fairly cheaply, but in the last let's say about 10 years or so, they have been very expensive and much harder to find. All the rivers dried up out there to find these 45s. You can be lucky, find a dormant record store somewhere or some basement that they stored their 45s away for a number of years and are pulling them out. Maybe you might be lucky to find that, but no more of these flea markets. You're going to go to a flea market or garage sale, you're going to find a lot of Madonna, maybe, as far as oldies go. You're not going to find these records. You might, though. You just never know. Anyway, JohnnyG babbling on here for a Saturday evening. Let's continue here, continuing with more flip sides from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show. I played the Marquis on Jerry Winston's Onyx label, a song called Bohemian Daddy. Let's flip it over because the flip side's an excellent B-side, too. This with Sammy Lowe and the orchestra, June Bateman on lead. November 1956, these are the Marquis on Onyx with a song called Hope He's True.
Ooh, ling a ling a ling a ling ling ling.
Maybe I found boy of my dreams. Hope he is true. He's such a fine thing. Love him so I don't know what to do. Madly in love. Hope he is true. Well, as he held me in his arms, I was captured by his charms. He held me so close, it was only for tomorrow. Maybe I found the boy of my dreams. Hope he is true. He's such a fine thing. Love him so I don't know what to do. Madly in love. Hope he is true. Well, as he held me in his arms, I was captured by his charms. He held me so close, it was only for tomorrow. Love him so I don't know what to do. Madly in love, hope he is
We're going to send that record out to Jen, who turns 24 today. We're going to send it out to Jen from North Dakota Bob, and we wish her a happy birthday. I hope she likes that tune by the Marquis, November 1956, on Jerry Winston's Onyx record label there. Song entitled Hope He's True. Let's move on here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And this next group is supposedly out of Brooklyn, New York, although there was some, I was trying to figure out if they're from Brooklyn or they're from Newark, New Jersey. I couldn't find. I actually have a CD, The Best of Premium Records, and they have what's good about those CDs. Not that I play them on the show, I do not, but the write-ups that some of the people did the research on, very interesting. And I knew I had that Best of Premium Records somewhere. I couldn't find it. It might have mentioned where this group was from, but I saw somewhere on the internet they're from Brooklyn, New York. They're called the Montclairs, and they do this lone release on Joe Leibowitz's premium record label. Both sides are very good, I agree. Great tunes here. Features Arthur Perry on lead. Let's give a spin to the intended B-side of the 45 from February 1956, The Montclairs. It's on premium out of Linden, New Jersey, the label. And the song is called Give Me a Chance.
for the thing that I've said and done to you.
Those are the Montclairs from February 1956. Dennis, not the same Montclairs that you're thinking of with those early 70s soul records. That is a different Montclairs group for sure. But this Montclairs group recorded for Joe Leibowitz's premium record label out of Linden, New Jersey. That is the B-side of the 45, a song called Give Me a Chance. We'll give Johnny G a chance every Saturday from 10 to midnight. Listen in on my original vinyl 45s. You know, a lot of the DJs, they don't play the original stuff. I know it's easy to find a lot of this music on CD and on albums, etc., you know, compilations, but it's hard to collect it. And it's basically accumulation from when I was a teenager, graduated high school in 1976. I amassed this humongous collection of records. Of course, it's not all 1950s and early 60s. I remember I was a teenager and I did like the music of the time, but I bought a lot of the 45s as they came out. But it was my aunt that was very instrumental with this type of music when I was really small, and I used to like to watch the labels spin on that 1955 RCA Victrola. So that's why I like the music, and it was like a quest for me to collect all these records. I was kind of going out of my mind because I was trying to collect everything on every label, and I just said, I can't do this. There's too many great records I need to focus on. So I kind of, for the last number of years, I've cut back on those label fill-ins. I mean, if I can get them for pennies, I'll take them, but no, I've been looking for like things that I really can use for the radio show, both on my latter 60s and my 50s and early 60s show. So I hope you're digging on these tunes. So let's continue for this next group that would later record as the Dubs on the Gone label. But before they were the Dubs on Gone, they were a combination of two groups, that being the Scale Tones that recorded for JD Records and the Five Wings that recorded for the King record label. Now, these two groups merged together and they created a new group called the Marvels, who was managed. The Marvels were managed by Hiram Johnson. He was the owner of Johnson Records. You may have a record on that label, maybe Baby Oh Baby was probably the biggest record on the Johnson label, but he was the owner, and Hiram Johnson recorded them, and he sold these two masters to ABC Records, and they put out this lone 45 in November of 1956, and I'm playing the intended A-side of the 45, which is the jump side. It features Richard Blandon on lead. This one from November 56, ABC Paramount Records. This one available both on a black stock, and the promo. I was able to get the promo of it because it was a little bit cheaper. These are the Marvels on ABC Paramount with the A-side, a song called Jump, Rock, and Roll.
Hey, everybody, we're gonna have some fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let's jump, rock, and roll. Let's jump, rock, and roll. Let's jump, rock, and roll. Now don't come up to me with your eyes all red. If you wanna have fun, you got to spend a little
Those are the Marvels from November 1956 on the ABC Paramount record label. Richard Blandon on lead there, song entitled Jump, Rock, and Roll. Of course, the flip side, a great tune. What was it called? Jesus, Johnny G loses his mind. A great ballad on the flip side. Somebody posted it on my Facebook page. Yes, I Won't Have You Breaking My Heart. Of course, you know that will be coming up on future Vinyl Treasure shows. Now, really, the Dubs, they do great ballads, even on the Gone label, great ballads and up-tempos. They really can do both. You know, some of those groups can only do one or the other. You know, they can do the ballads, but they really can't do the up-tempos that well. But the Dubs were a complete group there. But after this release, Hiram Johnson would record them one more time on his Johnson label with the song Don't Ask Me to Be Lonely. First came out on the Johnson label. Then eventually he sold their contract to George Gollner, and that's how George Gollner purchased their contract. You know, these guys that own the labels, they would do this funny business. You know, you owe me for this, or there'd be a disc jockey there that'd be playing a lot of their records, and they say, look, you owe me because I'm playing your record on the radio every day. So they'd give them publishing rights. They'd give them, you know, maybe a nice car, or they give them a little bit of cash, or they give them whatever. But that's really how it was back then in the 1950s. Yeah, you're going to get your record played, you know, and these guys who had a lot of listeners, they had a lot of power. Alan Freed was one of those. Dick Clark also another one, but he didn't get caught. He didn't get caught, even though he had his hands in the cookie jar too. But he was a little bit smarter maybe than Alan Freed with that. A little bit more protective. But anyway, Johnny babbling on here for a Saturday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. All original vinyl out of my collection. And let's continue here. Let's flip over another 45 from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show. I featured Gene Mumford and the Serenaders. I played the B-side of their release on High Weiss's Whiz label. The song I played was called Please Give Me One More Chance. That he re-recorded for Columbia. It didn't sound as good as that one on Whiz, though. But we're going to play the intended A-side of this Whiz 45, as they do a fantastic job on this standard that was made famous by Louis Armstrong, back in maybe 1929 or so. I think he recorded it a few times. But let's give a listen to this version as done by Gene Mumford and the Serenaders. It's from March of 1957. It's on Whiz Records, and his rendition of the tune, When You're Smiling.
When you're smiling, yes, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Yes, when you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you cry, yes, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing. Yes, be happy, happy again. Keep on smiling. 'Cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. 'Cause when you crying, you bring on rain.
Standards here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That is Gene Mumford and the Serenaders, March 1957, on the Whiz record label. Whiz Records out of New York City. When you're smiling, you're listening to Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show here for a Saturday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. We are in the year of 1957. Let's go out to California, to Pittsburgh, California. Has anybody ever heard of Pittsburgh, California? But that's where this group came from. It's on Don Barksdale's Rhythm label out of San Francisco, California. And here's the second release on the Rhythm label with 15-year-old Alice Jean Wilton. She is doing lead. This one from June of 1957, Alice Jean with the Mondellos on Rhythm Records. Give a listen to their tune. It's called Daylight Saving Time.
Daylight saving is the time when you love a while. Daylight saving is the time when you love a while. Because you have so many hours to grab your love and hide. I'm so young, but I won't be young away. Well, I'm so young, but I won't be young away. Just like you live until they see that baby, I will drive me to my grave. Now there are 24 hours a day, 168 hours a week. I got to have more hours because my love is just not cheap. 24 hours to love you every day. Yes, and I told the president, baby, leave in time to say you go a little too much. Baby, they don't know this daylight saving. People talk, baby, but they don't really know. Daylight saving stuff, somebody's got to go. Somebody's gotta go. Somebody's gotta go. Yeah, go. If the daylight saving stop, somebody's got to go.
June 1957 release there for 15-year-old Alice Jean with the Mondellos on the Rhythm record label. Rhythm Records there. Don Barksdale's Rhythm record label. Daylight Saving Time. That is the A side of the 45 course. And with this, that record's okay. Her ballads, though, I think are better. I needed an up-tempo there. But that's the second of three for the Mondellos backing up Alice Jean. They also backed up other artists on this Rhythm label. Yule McClay, Little Willie Littlefield, Bob Jeffried, Jackie Gottrow, and Rusty Lambert. I have a lot of those 45s. I may have featured them, or I can feature them for you here on the Vinyl Treasure Show on future shows. So let's continue for some more records out of 1957. I never get tired of this next song, and for this group out of Brooklyn, New York, they earlier backed up Jimmy Witherspoon on his Atco release, a song called My Girl Ivy, but here is their Lone 45 on Paul Winley's Cyclone record label, and it's the B-side, which is the better side in my opinion. It features Freddie Brown on lead. Released in the fall of 1957, these are the Quins on Cyclone, and their tune called Oh, Starlight. Sounds of 1957 here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Those are the Quins. The Quins. Freddie Brown on lead for that one. Oh, Starlight is the name of the tune on Cyclone Records, the Paul Winley Cyclone record label. Of course, he owned Winley Records. Of course, the flip side there played on a lot of the oldie channels, Hong Kong, but I like that side better. I really do. That's a cool tune. John G spinning original vinyl. Hope you're digging on the tunes here for a Saturday evening. We stay in 1957. I really have no information about this next 45. I posted this one on my Facebook page asking if anybody knows anything about this record. It's on J&M Records, and the group is called the Miracle Tones. And the writer is someone by the name of Brisbane, and this is the A-side of the 45. Freddie Gonzalez's disco file says that it is a black vocal group, and it was released in June of 1957. Let's give it a spin. The Miracle Tones on J&M, and their tune called Tell Me, My Darling. That's on the J&M label, June 1957 release. They're called the Miracle Tones, Miracle Dash Tones. After that dash, Tell Me My Darling is the name of that tune. John G here spinning original vinyl 45s. We do it every Saturday from 10 to midnight right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Now, earlier in the show, we heard from a group called the Blanders on the Smash label. Well, there are no other groups that go by this name called the Blenders. I guess in contrast, the Blanders, these are the Blenders. This group is out of sunny California on Leon Renee's Class record label. Another great two-sided 45 written by the lead singer. He goes by the name of Sammy Vance. And there's a ballad, Little Rose is an excellent ballad. We're going to flip it over for the up-tempo side. This one from September 1958. We move into 1958. The Blenders, Sammy Vance on lead. He wrote the tune. It's on Class Records. The song is called My Heart's Desire.
And I'm telling you twice. You make me feel so nice whenever you let me hold your hand. You make me feel so grand, cause I love you. You're my little heart desire. Whenever your lips come close to mine, you make me feel divine. Whenever you hold me tight, oh, my heart's in a flight, cause I love you. You're my little heart desire. My little darling, I love you most of all. And I want you, and I need you, so dearly and sincerely. I kiss you once, I kiss you twice. I'm in the paradise, oh, heaven is not so far away. Your kisses here to stay, cause I love you. You're my little heart desire. My little darling, I love you most of all. And I want you, and I need you, so dearly and sincerely. Oh, I give you once, oh, I give you twice. I'm in the paradise, heaven is not so far away. The kiss is here to stay, cause I love you. You're my little heart desire. You're my little heart desire.
Sounds of California here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, September 58 release there. Oops, this turntable isn't close and shutting off. Those are the Blenders. The Blenders, Sammy Vance on lead for that one on the Class record label. Song entitled My Heart's Desire. He does a solo, has a solo record on Ebb Records. I think I pulled it out. I'll play it on a future show. Guilty of Love and Run, Run, Run. We will play that on a future Vinyl Treasure Show. Got another Blenders coming up. Actually, probably a request for Bopper Boy Warren. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, this next group formed in the Manhattan neighborhood of Charles Evan Hughes High School, and they had one record that charted nationally for them, made it up to number 62 on the Billboard charts, number 46 on Cashbox, a song called Rang Tang Ding Dong, I'm the Japanese Salmon. That was their biggest hit, but in all, they only recorded 4 sides for Bess Berman's Apollo record label. Let's give a listen to their 4th and final Apollo release, and their hardest to come by. Features Alton Campbell on lead. This one from March of 58. You know I'm talking about the cellos. The cellos here on Apollo. Give a listen to their tune. It's called I Beg for Your Love.
Take my love and my kisses. Take my heart, my soul. You can make
happy. I beg for your love. I beg for your love.
March 1958, released there for the cellos. Alton Campbell on lead for that one on Apollo Records. That's a really nice tune there, I Beg for Your Love. Another 45 I got way back in the early days of my collecting career. I bought a batch of 40, all great sides, for 35 cents a piece. And that was one of the ones that was in there. Nice promo copy for that one for 35 cents. Really can't go wrong for that tune for 35 cents. John G babbling on here for a Saturday evening. Let's move on here. Here's another flip side from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show. I played a song called Double or Nothing. Was their 18th of 28 releases for this Winston-Salem, North Carolina group known as the Five Royales. Johnny Tanner doing lead for the group. He's also on lead on the flip side. We go to Sid Nathan's King record label. This one also written by Loman Pauling from June of 58. The Five Royales on King, and their tune called Tell the Truth.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You know what you done for me, you made me fall for you. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You know you can make me do what you want me to. Because loving you was easy to start it, but so hard to stop it.
Those are the Five Royales from June 1958. Johnny Tanner on lead for that one. Sid Nathan's King Records out of Cincinnati, Ohio, song entitled Tell the Truth. Yes, if you tell the truth, you're never going to get caught in any lies. John G always tells the truth, and the truth is these are all original vinyl 45s out of my collection. You don't believe me? You can watch me on the Ustream broadcaster. We'll post this on my YouTube channel. You can go check. I don't know if the commercials show up on the YouTube channel. I know they show up on the Ustream, so those of you that do tune in, you have to get that like pop-up ad blocker. I think you can look for, you can contact my administrative assistant Charlene Whiteside. She is in the Top Shelf Oldies chat if you want to get that pop-up blocker for the Ustream broadcast. Anyway, John G continuing here for a Saturday evening. Let's go back to New Orleans, Louisiana. Let's go to 533 Canal Street. If you know where that is, it's to Lou Welsh Bush's Sapphire label for this cool tune by this group known as the Moonbeams, and I'm featuring the original version, which is on the Sapphire record label, which would later on be picked up by Leonard Chess and his Checker label, but a shorter version on that Checker release. So if you check out the Checker release, it's 2 minutes and 35 seconds, but the Sapphire release is 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Actually, it seems longer than that. It really does. But it's a cool tune. This one features Simon Washington on lead. Came out in 1958. The Moonbeams on Sapphire with their tune called Cryin' the Blues. What you think of that tune, folks? There, the Moonbeams 1958 release. The original label, Sapphire Records, out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Their song entitled Cryin' the Blues. I'm telling you, it's a longer version than that Checker 45. So if you don't have the one on Sapphire, look for that. I've seen it a few times on eBay. I have seen it, though. It's kind of disappearing out there. Not an easy record to find anymore. JohnnyG babbling on here for a Saturday evening. Let's continue here for this next 45 that brings back lots of memories from listening to the Gus Gossard Oldie Show back in the early 1970s, because he played this song almost every week, it seemed. Every weekend he used to be on, when I used to listen to him on WPIX on Saturday and Sunday night, he used to be on. And for this group out of New Haven, Connecticut, features Sal Tramocci on lead. This is on Marty Kugel's Click record label from May of 1958. These are the Nobles on Click with their tune called Poor Rock and Roll. Memories of the Gus Gossard Show there, May 1958 release. The Nobles on Click, Marty Klugel's Click Records out of New Haven, Connecticut, their tune called Poor Rock and Roll. I think that record was in tribute to the riots that were going on in Boston when they shut Alan Freed down at one of his rock and roll concerts, and that was the result of that record. It was for sure. Anyway, Johnny G here spinning original vinyl 45s. Let's continue. We move into 1959, and I was saddened to hear about the passing of singer, a songwriter, producer, label owner Gary Paxton. Did so much for this music, so I wanted to play one of my favorites that he was involved in, and of course, it's his first 45 on Bob Shadd's Brent record label, and one that my aunt bought back in the summer of 1959, and she used to play it for me a lot because I love to, like I mentioned before, I love to watch this lit logo spinning around on that turntable. It was like mesmerized me. Now, Gary wrote the song, and he was half of the duo that recorded it. Clyde Batten and Gary Paxton, we know them as Skip and Flip, and this one brings back memories here for me as we pay tribute to the late Gary Paxton from May of '59. Skip and Flip on Brent with their tune called It Was I.
That you walked out and left, didn't say goodbye. Who was home alone to sit and cry? It was I. It was I gave you all the love I ever had. The only things I got from you were bad. The times you didn't show up, the times you didn't call. Who was left alone through it all? Is too strong to hide. Are you really satisfied with my love the way it is? Let me tell you how it is. Please come back and try to start anew. I know that it's the proper thing to do. Darling, if we make up, I know we'll never break up. Then I know it's only me and you. Me and you.
May 1959 release there on Bob Shadd's Brent record label. Skip and Flip. That was a Skip Batten, Clyde Skip Batten, and the late Gary Flip Paxton there. That record number 12 on Cashbox, number 11 on Billboard, big number 2 on WKBW in Buffalo, New York. Their tune called It Was I. And that one there, remember that tune there. That's the biggest hit you're going to hear tonight. Everything else isn't going to be much of a hit, although maybe some of you, I'm sure you may know some of these records for sure. But you'll know this next one as we continue with those fabulous flip sides. And another 45 that my aunt purchased during the summer of '59 was by the Skyliners. I played the A-side of the 45 last week. The A-side was called It Happened Today. The flip is a killer ballad and another song that oldie disc jockey Gus Gossard would feature quite a lot on his show. This is with Lenny Martin and his orchestra. We go to the Calico record label out of Pittsburgh, PA for this great group called the Skyliners. This one from July of '59. Jimmy Beaumont on lead. The Skyliners with their B-side, a song called Lonely Way.
I'll go my lonely way. Now that you're gone, I'll walk the lonely streets from dusk to dawn. If I can't walk along with you, then I'll go my lonely way. You had to go your way. I don't know why. If friends should ask me, dear, what's my reply? That's why I'll go on loving you and go on my lonely way. I've had my chance for romance, to give my heart anew. But when you said goodbye, dear, you know you took my heart and soul with you. I'll say a prayer each night for your return. Until you're home again, my heart will yearn. Till you are in my arms again, I'll go my lonely
Sounds of Pittsburgh here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Those are the Skyliners. Jimmy Beaumont on lead there. Calico Records. Lenny Martin and his orchestra there, July 1959. That's the B-side, Lonely Way. The A-side, a song entitled It Happened Today. As we move on here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we go to Philadelphia, PA for this rare 45, as this one came out on two different labels. Initially, this record came out on Franny Williamson's Impala label. Then it was reissued again on the Sunbeam record label. I don't know why that happened, because this record was nowhere near a hit for this group called the Notorials, Note-Torials. And this was an interracial group of both black and white members. This song co-written by the lead singer. His name is Freddie Faulkner. I'm featuring it on the First Press Impala Records, which I posted up on my Facebook page. You can check out a picture of this Impala 45. It's from 1958. Give a listen to the Notorials on Impala, and their tune's called My Valerie.
Do-wop-bop, do-wop, do-wop, do-wop-bop, do-wop, do-wop, bop, do-wop-bop, bop, do-wop, do-wop, bop, do-wop-bop, bop, dip, 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 do-wop-bop, do-wop, do-wop, do-wop-bop, dip, 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 oh, my Valerie, oh, Valerie, I love you so, I'll never let you go, I need you, baby, I love you so,
Rare 45s here for a Saturday evening. That one there from 1958 on the Impala label, the original label for that one out of Philadelphia, PA. The Notorials. The Notorials there. Song entitled My Valerie. Also available and a little cheaper on the Sunbeam record label for you collectors out there. This next 45 is a very expensive one. So if you're looking for this one, it's very difficult to find it. It's going to cost you a lot of bucks. I was lucky to get this one at one of the better prices from record dealer Jerry Diaz. He sold me this one. It's not in great shape, but it plays pretty nice for a VG, as this is an ultra rare 45 out of Cleveland, Ohio. This group is known as the Monarchs. Another common name for a number of vocal groups back in the 1950s and early 60s. Now, the song was written by group member Bob Thomas, who might be doing lead. I'm not sure, really don't, but it's a great tune. This is the A side of the 45 from 1959, the Monarchs on Liban, a song called Love You, That's Why.
Why should I worry? Why should I care? Why should I worry? I love you, that's why. Love you, that is why.
They're called the Monarchs. The Monarchs from 1959 on the Liban record label out of Cleveland, Ohio. Song entitled Love You, That's Why. Johnny G loves you. Johnny G loves you when you tune into the Vinyl Treasure Show from 10 to midnight right here on Top Shelf Oldies. Here's the last 45 out of 1959. On last week's Vinyl Treasure Show, I played this group from Newark, New Jersey. Their hardest 45 to find on Leonard Chess's Argo label, a song called Tell It to the Judge. And I also love the flip side of that 45, so let's give it a spin before we file it back down in the No Humidity basement. This is their fourth and final release on Argo Records. Features Charles Patrick on lead. This one from July of 59. These are the Monotones on Argo with their tune called Fools Will Be Fools.
Fools will be fools, that's why they fall in love. Fools will be fools, they never obey the rules. No wonder they are fools, open your eyes to see that fools lose their minds and fill their hearts with shame in this old-fashioned game. This game we know has love. That's why they call it love.
That's the hardest 45 to find by the Monotones on the Argo record label. Charles Patrick on lead for that one, July 1959, the Monotones. And their fourth release on Argo, Fools Will Be Fools. Yes, they will. Let's move into 1960 now with this group from Nashville, Tennessee, as we stay with the Leonard Chess label. This time, let's go to Checker Records for this one, as this is a cool version of a cover song that was done earlier in the year of 1960 by Hannah Dean on Columbia. I think she had the original version of this song, but this is a one from December of that year. December 1960 was a top 30 tune on KTSA out of San Antonio, Texas. We go to December of 60 for the Neptunes. The Neptunes on Checker, and their tune called So Little Time.
Nothing old, nothing new, something borrowed, someone blue. So little time, and so much to do. I could spend eternity loving you, but that's not long enough for my dream to come true. So little time, and so much to do.
They are known as the Neptunes. The Neptunes on the Checker label. So Little Time is the name of that one. December 1960s. Amazing how time is passing by. I can't believe got one more week in the month of July. It's almost football season, folks. I can root for my Cincinnati Bengals. Go Bengals. John G here spinning original vinyl 45s. Let's continue. My aunt was a big fan of Richie Valens. She did purchase a copy of Donna / La Bamba on Bob Keene's Delphi label. Remember, she said it was on the green label, but unfortunately, your host, Johnny G, broke that 45 on her as she let me play with her records. So instead of me playing them on the record player of Victrola, I was playing with them, and that was not a good thing because I scratched a lot of them too that survived. But anyway, she purchased another one of Richie Valens, Come On, Let's Go. I remember, I think she said she had it on the yellow label. She also had an album. And I used to play that album quite a bit when she gave me her 45s and albums. And she was also a big Ricky Nelson fan, too. But this was a cut I really liked off that Richie Valens album. And I was looking for the 45 because, of course, I collect the Delphi record label. It was hard to find this record, but I did find it on a promo copy. And not in the greatest of shape, but it's okay. It's that awful styrene. I hate styrene 45s for sure. But it's on that limited Valens Memorial Series press, and Bob Keane did that with all the presses after Richie's untimely death. But I really like this tune. It was recorded in January of 1960, but Bob didn't release it until April of 1960. Of course, I'm talking about Richie Valens on Delphi with his tune called Cry, Cry, Cry.
My baby's gone. She let me all alone. Well, now my baby's just gone. I don't have no one home. Every night so dark and lonely. My heart is heavy like a stone. Cry, cry all night. Oh, yeah. Well, now, little darling, come back home. Yeah, one time. Come on, little darling. Oh, one more time. Come on and say you'll be mine. Now that you're gone and left me, I'll always have you on my mind. Cry, cry all night. Oh, yeah. Well, now, little darling, come back Well, now, little baby, I'm gonna leave my homestead. I'm gonna try and lose it from out of my head. And then if I can't lose you, I'm gonna die in my bed. Cry, cry all night. Oh, yeah. Well, now, little darling, come back home.
April 1960 release there, Richie Valens on the Delphi record label, his tune called Cry, Cry, Cry. We continue here. Let's move into 1961. Let's flip over another 45 from the last Vinyl Treasure Show, as Charlene nor I could find any info on this artist by the name of Harold Connor. I played the intended B-side of the 45, was a song called I'll Be There, so let's flip it over. Give a listen to the intended A-side before it goes back down in the No Humidity Basement. This is on a label called Recona, R-E-C-O-N-A, Recona Records. It's from 61. He goes by the name of I messed this up. Harold Connor on Recona, and a song called Please Don't Tell Me.
Did he ever hold you closer, closer than I? Did he ever make you laugh until you could cry?
Did he also kiss you? Hello, please don't tell me. I just couldn't bear to know. Did he ever say he loved the perfume you wear? Did he watch you while you ran a comb through your hair? Was his favorite dress the one with the bow? Don't tell me, I just couldn't bear to know. Say your hair was finer than gold. Did he make you wear his jacket when you were cold? Were there tears when he told you, show you to go? Please don't tell me, I just couldn't bear to know. Please don't tell me, I know, no, it would hurt me so. Please don't tell me, I know it would hurt me so.
His name is Harold Connor. Harold Connor, 1961 release for Kona Records. Song entitled Please Don't Tell Me. Please don't tell me JohnnyG's not playing original vinyl. I definitely am. You hear the scratches and the pops. Hopefully not in a lot of these records, but they definitely do have some surface noise. I apologize for that, but I have these special shells with my styli or needles in them, wrapped with copper wire to get this special sound. So really the mono sound. Don't ask me to play any stereo singles because you're not going to hear some great stereo on these Newmark turntables. But let's continue. Let's continue for a request for Bopper Boy Warren, currently in the Top Shelf Oldies chat. He wanted to hear this group from Philadelphia, PA. They were called the Blend Tones, and I've played both sides of this 45 on different labels, no less. First came out on the Donnell label, was second pressed on the Chickar label, and there is a third press on the Imperial label. Now, Warren requested the Imperial release, but I'm featuring it on Chickar only because I was able to find this one filed away in its right place. But I have them all, of course, folks. You got to believe me on that. But this is the intended B-side of the 45. Request for Warren from March of 61, the Blend Tones on Chickar instead of Imperial. A song called She's Gone.
Why did I have to go? She would have left her alone. She's gone. Well, baby, won't you come back and let me hold you tight? And if you let me do that, everything's gonna be alright.
By request for Bopper Boy Warren there, wanted to hear the blend tones. The blend tones from March of 61 on the Chick Car. Well, I played it on Chick Car. He knows it's on the Imperial label, also on the Donnell label. Song entitled She's Gone. Johnny G not gone, not till midnight, at least midnight. We'll do a little bit of Vinyl Treasure overtime, as we normally do. So let's continue. Let's continue with more B-sides from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show. I played Jimmy Ruffin's debut single on Berry Gordy's Miracle record label. Actually, it kicked off the Miracle label, Miracle #1. And Warren is asking me to do a Motown special of rarities. I guess this would probably be on it. This B-side would be considered as one, because I played the A-side of this 45 from January of 61, a song called Don't Feel Sorry for Me, a song that he wrote. He also wrote the B-side of the 45, which I really do like. Let's give it a spin. Mr. Jimmy Ruffin from January 61 on Miracle, his tune called Heart.
H is for the heart that I gave to you. E is forever, ever true. A is for always, always I think of you. I think of you. That's all I ever do. R is for remember all those dreams we shared. T is for the times I've cared. All of this spells heart. The heart I gave to you. Oh, darling, you know that I love you, and I guess I always will. The times I've held you close to me. You said that your heart would always be mine. Oh, baby, if you will be true, I'll never make you blue, 'cause I'll always be standing right here beside you. If you will keep the heart I gave to you. Oh, keep the heart I gave to you. And I promise, baby, I will never make you blue. Never be untrue, 'cause I love only you. Please, please, keep my heart.
Cool B-sides here for a Saturday evening. Have to say that my fellow DJ buddy, Dave the Rave, the disc jockey here on Sunday evenings from 9 to midnight, turned me on to that record. He really did both sides of that 45. Mr. Jimmy Ruffin, that's the B-side. That is the record that kicked off Berry Gordy Jr.'s Miracle record label. January 61, Jimmy Ruffin on Miracle with his tune called Heart. John G here spinning 1950s and early 60s now. We are in the 1960s. 45s out of my collection. Let's stay in 1961. Another 45 I played last week was by the Five Keys on Sid Nathan's King record label. The song was called You Broke the Only Heart. That featured Thomas Threat on lead. Now we're going to flip the 45 over. Features Marilyn Pierce on lead, and it's a cover song that was originally recorded in February of 1952 by the Dominoes on the Federal record label. But let's give a listen to this cover from January of 1960. 1961, the Five Keys, Marilyn Pierce on lead on Sid Nathan's King Records with their rendition of the tune, That's What You're Doing to Me.
That's what you're doing to me. Oh, I want to laugh. I want to cry. I want to live. No, no, I want to die. Ooh, can't you see? Oh, that's what you're doing to me. I want to leave. I want to stay. I want to fight. No, no, I want to play. Ooh, baby G. Oh, that's what you're doing to me. Lord, won't you tell me why I love that woman so? She doesn't love me. Oh, I'll never. Hey, you know I wanna rock, I wanna roll, I wanna thrill deep down in my soul. Ooh, baby G, oh, that's what you're doing to me. Oh. Hey, you know I wanna rock, I wanna roll, I wanna thrill deep down in my soul. Ooh, baby, oh, that's what you're doing to me. Hey, you know I wanna rock, I wanna roll, I wanna thrill deep down in my soul. Ooh, baby, oh, that's what you're doing to me. That's what you're doing to me.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Late, Five Keys there. Sid Nathan's King record label, Marilyn Pierce on lead for that one. January 61 release, That's What You're Doing to Me. And that's what you're doing to me every Saturday evening. John G wants to spin my original vinyls, share my collection with you, the Top Shelf Oldies listeners. Let's continue here with another request for Warren. He wanted to hear this group out of the Bronx, New York. They were known as the Mood Makers, but they evolved into the Mood Makers from another group known as the Five Delights. You might know their 45 that first came out on the Newport label, was picked up on Unart, There'll Be No Goodbye. Plus they do another cool tune on the Able record label, but then they changed their name from the Five Delights to the Mood Makers, and Warren requested this one on Morty Craft's Bambi record label. It features Ed Jordan on lead. This is the B-side of the 45 by request from May of 61, the Mood Makers on Bambi, and their tune called Dream a Dream. I think they're trying to sound like the Flamingos on that one. Yes, I do. But that's a cool, great, yes, a two-sider, a great two-sided 45. Those are the Mood Makers, May 1961. Dream a Dream is the name of that one on the Bambi label. I think that's, Morty Craft's Bambi label. I have that one on the white promo that also comes on a blue stock for you collectors out there. Let's move on here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Up next, a group from Baltimore, Maryland. They recorded two on a label called YRS. This is the first of two, and it's the harder one to find by the group. They're known as the Gold Tones. The Gold Tones, this one came out in November of 61. Let's give it a spin. The Gold Tones on YRS, and their tune called I'm So Lonely.
The days seem like years, and when the night comes, it brings my cheer. Since you've left me, I have been in misery. Yes, because I'm lonely, so lonely. I'm so lonely, so lonely. Yes, because I'm so blue. So darling, come on home, back to me, where you belong.
That's from November of 61 there, the first of two for the Gold Tones on the YRS record label. Their tune called I'm So Lonely. I bought that 45. Barry Saltz sold me that 45. Actually, both by this group. I don't know, he came into some collector from Virginia that he bumped into at one of the shows, and he cleaned that guy out. Of course, he contacted me a long time ago. I was working in White Plains, New York at the time, and bought a whole bunch of records, a nice shape, too, from Barry. It's been a while since I got to see Barry at the Allentown, PA show. I may be going this fall to that show. I won't be doing my show. I'll be going to that Allentown, PA show. I saw some, Barbara Lynn was at New York City this weekend. Barry was filming her, singing some of her cool tunes. They're on Facebook. You can check them out. I wonder if she did You'll Lose a Good Thing or You're Gonna Need Me. I wonder if she did that. Anyway, John G babbling on here. Let's continue. We got a rare 45 as we move into 1962. This group from Atlanta, Georgia. It's on the Hale record label. Posted this one on my Facebook page. They're called the New Invictors. The New Invictors on the Hale label. Give a listen to their tune. It's called Deeply in Love with You.
Whoa, darling, I'm deeply in love with you. 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 Yes, darling, I love you so much, and I need you by my side. precious love. I'll never cry 'cause I love you. I really love you. But wait a minute now. Yes, darling, I love you. With all my heart and all my soul. And all my love, dear, you possess. And the man up above knows that you control. I've been hurt so many times. And in so many, many ways. Just how much I love you, dear. And I'll tell it like this, any place that I love you. I really love you.
Rare 45s here for a Saturday evening. They're called the New Invictors. New Invictors from 1962 on the Hale, H-A-L-E, Hale Records out of Atlanta, Georgia. Deeply in Love with You is the name of the tune. Hopefully you're deeply in love with Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show for a Saturday evening. Let's continue for this next artist. He's from Nashville, Tennessee. Started working in sales and promotion for the Nashboro record label, but later embarked on a singing career. And in the early 1970s, he had a number of successful soul releases. 1971 on the Mankind label, She's All I Got, and another one in 72, You and Me Together Forever was another one he had. But he made his debut in October of 1961 on Sam Phillips' label from Nashville, Tennessee, in a song penned by Ray Stevens. So let's give a listen to this artist by the name of Freddie North. Freddie North, October 61 on Phillips Records. His tune's called Don't Make Me Cry.
Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
When I told you we were through, I never dreamed that I'd be begging you to take me back. Say you will, darling, tell me that you love me still. Don't make me cry. Yeah, cry. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Oh, don't make me cry over you. I was wrong from the start. I didn't mean to break your heart. Tell me, darling, you'll forgive. And I'll never, as long as I live, make you cry. Yeah, cry. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry over you. Oh, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
His name is Freddie North. Freddie North from October 1961 on Phillips Records. Sam Phillips record label there. His tune called Don't Make Me Cry. Hopefully Johnny G not making you cry with these 45s. No, no, no. We want happy faces out there tuned in to the Vinyl Treasure Show. So let's continue with a flip from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show for this girl group. They were called the Ribbons. They were out of Los Angeles, California. I played their first of two on Marshall Lieb's Marsh label, a song called Ain't Gonna Kiss You. But I love the flip side of this 45. A killer ballad features Vesey Simmons on lead. Let's go back to November of 1962, Marsh Records for the Ribbons, and their tune called My Baby Said.
My baby said I better make up my I'd better make up my
November 1962 release there for a group called the Ribbons on the Marsh record label. We'll send that one out to Chuck Mallory tuning into the Vinyl Treasure Show. I know he loves the girl group sound. The Ribbons there with My Baby Said. John G here saying I'm playing my original Vinyl 45, so let's continue. Up next, a group from Camden, New Jersey. This 45 came out originally on the Rowe label, ROWE Records, and which I do have, but back in the early 1980s, I found two copies of this 45 on its second label at the 303 Drive-In Flea Market in Orangeburg, New York. And the second label was Technicord Records out of Oradell, New Jersey, which is not far from this flea market in Orangeburg. One was on a shiny red paper and the other one was on flat red paper. And that's all this guy had. I wonder if he was a member of the group, but he just had those two records. And I said to him, well, how much are these? And he said, well, they're 25 cents each, so give me 50 cents for both of them. I said, okay. I said, it's a deal. These nice mint copies of this record. But anyway, both for a quarter each. You really can't go wrong. But I like both sides of this 45. But let's give a listen to the B-side of the record. Features Jerry Evans on lead. This one from September of 62. They're called the Off Keys. The Off Keys on Technicord. And their tune called Singing Bells.
Hear those singing bells, singing bells.
Ring ding a ling a ling a ring ding a ling a ling a ding dong. Ring a ding a ling a ling a ding dong. Ring a ding a ling a ling a ding dong. Ring a ding a ling a ling a ding.
Listen to those bells. They're ringing for you and for me. They're ringing for us. For now we'll be together forever. And sweetheart, at last I found you. Found the one who really loves me. Those singing bells will serenade us forever with the chiming of their music.
They're singing bong, ding dong, ring a ding a ling a bong, ding dong, ring a ding a ling a bong, ding dong, ring a ding a ling a bong, ding dong, ring a ding a ling a
And no matter what they say or do, they won't believe that my love for you is true. But don't you listen to what they say, 'cause I'll never let you go.
ring a ding a ling a ling a ding dong, ring a ding a ling a ling a ding dong, ring a ding a ling a ling a
And
ding
darling, time alone will prove to them, to those who would doubt our love was true. Those singing bells will tell our story forever with the ringing of their voices.
They're singing ooh,
Ding dong,
ring a ding a ling a bong,
ding dong,
ring a ding a ling a bong,
ding dong,
ring a ding a ling a bong,
ding dong.
they're singing ooh, ring a ding a ling a bong.
September 1962 release. They're called the Off Keys. That's the second label, Technicord Records. Warren, if you got that 45, is yours on the shiny red label, or is it like a more of a flat red label? Because I have both, and I don't know. I've never really seen, I don't know what, the shiny label. I don't know which one is which or first. What I do have it on the roll label. That's a cool tune. I like that one there, the Off Keys. Singing Bells. We continue here. We are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime, losing track of the time with these records. I am. But this record, really, Charlene nor I could find any information on this next record. It's on a label called Tempest Records. I'm guessing it's from 1961 or 62, and the artist's name is Jimmy Rondell, Rondell, and produced by John McCullough. It's Windsong Music. I even tried to check the publishing, and the writers are McCullough. So one, of course, is probably John McCullough, but who knows who the other one is. But let's give it a spin. And I got a typo on this record because the song is called Little Angel, but they spelt it, they forgot the I, so it says L-T-T-L-E, I think. But anyway, let's give it a spin. Jimmy Rondell on Tempest with his tune called Little Angel.
Little angel, little angel, little angel.
Every single night when I go to sleep, I say a prayer that's just for you. And every single night when I dream a dream, I dream a dream that's filled with you. You set my heart on fire with your love and desire. Little angel. Every single time that I kiss your lips, I get a tingling up and down my spine. And every single time that you hold my hand, I know your love is mine. Your lovely hair and eyes, like stars up in the skies. Little angel, little angel. When I saw you for the very first time, I knew I had to make you mine. Give a love that's oh so true. And now, little angel, it's up to you. Every single time that you call my name. You really thrill me through and through. And every single time that I hear your voice, I know no one else will do. You set my heart aglow when you say I love you so. Little angel, little
That's an unknown 45 there for Jimmy Rondell, 61 or 62 release on the Tempest record label, song entitled Little Angel. Let's go to Chicago, Illinois for this group's first release on the Cortland record label. This is a request for Bopper Boy Warren, and wanted to hear this group from Chicago from December of 62. This one charted number 25 on WJMO out of Cleveland. Oh, was it Cleveland, Ohio? Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio for that, or is it St. Louis? I forget. Actually, these WJMOs, I was looking at their top 50 list. They got some really good countdown shows that would make, I think because they're an R&B station, I think so. They got some great tunes on that WJMO countdown. But anyway, this is a request for Bopper Boy Warren from December of 62 for the Blenders. We earlier heard from a Blenders group. This is a totally different group of Blenders. It's on Cortland Records. The song is called Everybody's Got a Right.
Everybody, body's got a right. Don't you know that? Everybody, body's got a right. Everybody, body's got a right. Everybody, body's got a right. Everybody's got a right. Don't you know that? Everybody's got a right to sign. Oh yeah. Everybody's got a right. Everybody's got a right to pay, to live or die. That's everybody's right. That's everybody's right. Everybody's got a right. Everybody's got a right to sing. Oh yeah. Everybody's got a right. Everybody's got a right to swing and do everything. That's everybody's right. That's everybody's right. I may disapprove of what you said, but I'll defend your right to say it. I may disapprove of your faith,
What a shame.
but the man up above let it know the same. Everybody, body's got a right. Everybody, body's got a right. Yeah. Everybody, body's got a right. Everybody, body's got a right. Everybody's got a right. Everybody's got a right to laugh. Everybody's got a right. Everybody's got a right to give, to love and live. That's everybody's right. That's everybody's right. Everybody, body's got a right. You got a right. I've got a
Cause it's illegally calling time. Actually, that's a request for Warren. Warren wanted to hear the Blenders from December of 1962 on the Cortland label out of Chicago, Illinois, song entitled Everybody's Got the Right. Now, this group, they were really made up of 2 males and 3 females, and they recorded as other groups on the Cortland label. Okay, they recorded as Baby Jane and the Blenders, as Goldie Coates and the Blenders, and also sang as actually the lead singer on this one. His name was Hillard Johnny Jones. And I have some 45s by him on the Ermine label, which is a sister label of Cortland Records. Anyways, Johnny G babbles on. That is a cool request. Thank you, Warren, for that. As we continue here for another flip side from last week's Vinyl Treasure Show, I featured this female singer from Philadelphia, PA, her release on Luther Dixon's Ludix label, a song called You Don't Love Me Anymore. But let's flip it over. Give a listen to the B-side here from March of 63 for Anna King. Anna King on Ludix with a song called The Big Change.
I understand when the sun goes down, day after night. I understand when you've done wrong. It must be changed to right. Oh, but that any fool can see. Go out and change when you still got me. And what's her name? What brought on the big change? Haven't I been true? What brought on the big change? The big change in you. I guess I know when a boy has turned of age, boy has changed to man. Oh yes, I know when a girl has changed her name. She must take away the name of the bag that the books all show. Go out and change, baby. I don't know it. What's her name? What's her name? What brought on the big change? Haven't I been true? What brought on the big change? The big change in you. Oh, but that the books all show. Go out and change, baby. I don't know it. What's her name? What's her name? What brought on the big change? Haven't I been true? What brought on the big change? The big change in you. What's the matter, baby? Why do you treat me like you do? Why don't you love me anymore? I'm still in love with you. Tell me, baby, what's the big change?
On Luther Dixon's Ludix Records, that's a nice two-sided 45 by Anna King. Anna King, March 1963. The Big Change is the name of that one. John G here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. We'll go with a few more 45s here. Let's go to this group from Louisville, Kentucky. Their first release came out in 1962 on the Regal record label, but then they had this release originally on the Jam label, but then it was picked up by Soundstage 7. They had 3 releases on the Soundstage 7 record label. This is their first release. It features Mike Gibson on lead. We go back to January of 1963 for this group called the Monarchs, not the same Monarchs that you heard earlier from 59 with an apostrophe. This Monarchs doesn't have an apostrophe. Soundstage 7 records for this one. The name of the tune is called Till I Hear It From You.
Somebody called me, said they knew. Somebody told them we were through. I won't worry, I won't be blue until I hear it from you. Somebody told me, said they heard. Somebody told them a little bird. I won't believe it, not one word, till
That group very popular in Louisville, Kentucky. A big group in Louisville, Kentucky. Those are the Monarchs. Mike Gibson on lead, January 1963. Soundstage 7 for that one. Till I Hear It From You. Let's continue with a few more 45s here for this. I haven't played a duet tonight. And this one's on Sid Nathan's King record label. They're called Bobby and Jimmy, really, Robert Davis and James Raley. They were known as Bobby and Jimmy. They did this lone release on King Records from July of 63. Let's give it a spin. A song, actually this one charted to number 27 on KELP out of El Paso, Texas. The song called Day and Night.
Day and night, all I do is worry. The days are so sad, the nights are so dreary. Where will it end? When will my troubles be at an end? Be my friend. Day and night, all I do is worry. My mind's in a whirl, my eyes stay so bleary. Where will it end? When will my troubles be at an end? Happiness begin. Oh, I wonder, are you still the same? Oh, I wonder if you whisper my name. Oh, I wonder, so tell me, won't you please? Day and night, all I do is worry. I'm all mixed up. I stay oh so leery. Where will it end? When will my troubles be at an end? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, when will happiness begin?
Sounds like they reworked that Penguins record, My Troubles Are Not at End. Definitely they worked it in that record. That's a cool duet there by Bobby and Jimmy, July 1963. Their only release, Sid Nathan's King record label, song entitled Day and Night. Finally solved the problem of posting this Ustream the Ustream to my YouTube video site. Finally did it. I posted a bunch of shows there. For those of you that have been missing that show, at least the visual, you can see it now on my YouTube channel, Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure. Let's continue 2 more 45s to go before we sign off. Here is another flip side from last week's show, as I featured the intended A-side by this group called the Velvet Satins on the General American label, a song called Heading for the Rooftop. Many of you enjoyed that A-side. Let's flip it over, give a listen to the B-side. It features Bobby Capri on lead. This one from January 65, the Velvet Satins, General American Records. The song is called Angel Adorable.
My pretty little angel, yeah, yeah, my pretty little angel, yeah, yeah, my pretty little angel. Angel adorable, let you out heaven's door.
Scratchy 45s, listening over in the UK. He likes those Scratchy 45s, Mark. Yes, you do. Those are the Velvet Satins, January 1965 on General American, Angel Adorable. That is the B-side of the 45. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. Hope you dug on all the tunes here. You want to send Johnny G an email, you can contact me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. You can also contact me at johnnygvinyltreasures@gmail.com. Been recording this one on the Ustream broadcaster. Get it up on my YouTube account. Also recording it for my website, vinyltreasures.net. You can stream or download the shows there. And that is going to do it. I hope you dug the show tonight. I'm going to have a closer tonight, a closer from a group from Camden, New Jersey. We go back there. We heard not too long ago the Off Keys from Camden, New Jersey. So is this group from Camden, New Jersey, as they took their record to Jerry Blavitt to play on his program, WCAM, and Jerry asked them, what is your group's name? And they said they had no name. Hence, they came up with their group name, the No Names. And this tune written by group member Al Morrison, and the lead singer, he goes by the name of Douglas Gordon. We're closing the show on the Guidon label from July of 1964. These are the No Names. The No Names with their tune called Love, L-O-V-E. That's going to do it, folks. Hope you dug on all the tunes. Next Saturday evening will be my all 1960s show, 1964 and later, soul sounds, all types of sounds for that one. And please tune in tomorrow evening for my buddy Dave the Raven, his Relics and Rarities show from 9 to midnight, right here on Top Shelf Oldies. That's going to do it, folks. Hope you dug on all the tunes. Want to thank Charlene for her help on the research. I always forget to do that, but that does it, folks. I had a wonderful time. Hope you did too. I'll see you here next Saturday night at 10 p.m. Just want to say, everybody, so long.
It's incredible to resist love. God put woman on earth, the man to love, to charge, to hold forevermore. Blind man without its key. I am like a violin with one string. I am like the rainbow minus its colors. Yes, my darling, I am like the sky without a star. That's how lonely, that's how much I love you.